Hello everyone, myself Anitya, Assistant Professor from the Department of Management Studies. Now I am going to discuss about the introduction to computer. In this video, we are going to discuss about introduction to computer, advantages of computer, generation of computers, types of computer system, components of computer system, generation of programming languages, computer related jobs in business. First, we are going to see introduction to computers. The origin of computer technology took place in 19th century. Abacus is the first computer in the world. The modern computer was propounded by the scientist and the mathematician by Charles Babbage. We can define computer is an electronic device that can perform calculations and analysis at very high speed. If using the computer, we have lot of advantages available. Here I mentioned some of the advantages. That is high accuracy, superior speed of operation, large storage capacity, user-friendly features, portability, platform independence, economical in the long term. Next we are going to see generation of computers. Here we have 5 generation of computers. The first generation of computers lies between 1946 to 1959. Here the vacuum tube based technologies are used. Here the computer size is bulk, that is a size in bulky. Here the storage capacity is low. At the same time processing speed also very low. Here hundreds instruction per second only can execute. The second generation lies between 1959 to 1965. Here the transistor based technologies are used. Here compared to the first generation, the second generation, the computer size is small, the storage capacity is also increased and the processing speed also increased. The third generation, it lies between 1965 to 1971. Here the integrated circuit based technology can be used. Here compared to the first and second generation, the third generation of the computers size is reduced and the storage and the processing speed of the computer is increased. The fourth generation lies between 1971 to 1980s. Here VLSI microprocessor technologies are used. That is a very large scale integrated circuits. The fifth generation is the 1980s onwards. Here ULSI microprocessor based technology used. That is ultra large scale integration circuit can be used. VLSI process, that is the fourth generation. Here the millions of instructions per second executed, but in fifth generation the billions of instructions can be executed per second. So the storage capacity and the speed of the computers increase in the fifth generation. The next one is the types of computer system. Computers are classified based on the working and construction and the size of the applications. Here the 4 types of computers are classified. That is a microcomputer, mini computer, and mainframe computer, and the supercomputers. The first one is the microcomputer. Microcomputers are called PC, that is a personal computers. These are widely used, rapidly gaining in popularity because it have least powerful, most widely used. It also we have 4 types, that is a desktop, notebook, tablet PC, and handheld machine. Next one is a mini computer. The mini computer is also called as a mid-range computers. These are disk-sized machines and are used in the medium-scale applications. For example, production department use the mini computers to monitor the various manufacturing process. It is used by medium-scale companies. It is used for specialized purposes. Some of the drawbacks are available in using the mini computers, that are slow in processing speed and less storage capacity compared to the mainframe. The next one is the mainframe computers. Mainframe computers are next to supercomputers in terms of capacity. Mainframe computers are multi-terminal computers which can be shared simultaneously by multiple users. For example, insurance companies use the mainframe computers to process the information from the policyholders. The next one is the supercomputers. Supercomputers used to process very large amount of data quickly. Supercomputers are the most powerful computers in terms of speed of execution and large storage capacity. NASA uses supercomputers to track and control space explorations. Some of the advantages of supercomputer is it's the most power type of computer, high capacity computer, fastest processing. It used by the large organization. Usually it's used for the research facilities. The next one is the components of computer system. The origin of the word computer is taken from the Latin meaning to reckon or to computer. The components of the computer systems are input unit, output unit and the storage devices. Input unit. It is used to enter data or the instruction or the programs into the computer. The input is of two types. First one is the data, that is unprocessed text and numbers, images, audio, video, etc. The instructions are programs, commands, user responses. Once we enter input to the data, then we can use the different types of input devices. Basically, the input devices can be categorized into two categories. That is a manual input devices. The another one is the automatic or the direct input devices. Manual input devices are keyboard, mouse, trackball, touchpad, joystick, light pen, graphics tablet, scanner, microphone or the voice input, electronic whiteboard. The automatic or direct input devices are OCR, OMR, optical ink magnetic reader, then MICR, magnetic stripe reader, barcode reader, biometric inputs and video inputs. The next one is output unit. The processed results are given in different forms or ways using the output units. There are two types of output units are available. The first one is the hard copy print based output devices. The another one is the soft copy screen based output devices. Hard copy based output devices are printers, plotters, voice output devices. The screen based output devices, that is soft copy based output devices, are TV and monitors. The next one is the storage devices. A computer consists of several integrated devices or the components. There are 5 basic components, namely central processing unit, that is CPU, primary storage, secondary storage, input devices and output devices. Central processing unit. CPU will process the data which is delivered by the input unit. It has 3 components, that is a control unit. It used to control all the inputs what are given to the control unit. Now arithmetic and logic units. Here the all arithmetic operation, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division can be handled by the arithmetic and logic unit. Memory unit. There are 2 types of memories are available, that is a primary memory and the secondary memory. Primary memory is volatile in nature. The secondary memory is store the large amount of data. Some of the examples for secondary storage devices are memory card, USB folder, then Blu-ray disc. The next one we go to see programming languages. First we know what is a program. Program is defined as a sequence of instruction. We have to tell the computer what to do is called a program. So some of the features of good programming languages are simplicity, general in nature, efficiency, compactness, extensibility and applicability. Types of programming languages. There are 5 types of programming languages are available. The first generation is a machine languages. That is basically the machine can understand only the zeros and ones. But this type of programming language the human not able to understand. So it's follows by 1940s. This type of programming languages is called the low-level languages. The second generation is the assembly languages. Here the zeros and ones plus mnemonic code can be used. In the year of 1950s, it also called as a low-level programming languages. The third one is the procedural languages. Here the procedures can become strictly followed. In the late of 1950s, it's called high-level languages. Fourth generation is a non-procedural language. Here the object-oriented concept can be introduced and followed. In the year of 1980s, it is a high-level languages. Fifth generation is a problem-solving languages. It is followed by 1990s. It is a very high-level languages. And third and fourth and fifth generation high-level languages, the human can easily understand these programming languages. If we know the computer, we have lot of job opportunities available in the market. Some of the computer related jobs are application analysts, computer operators, computer repair technician, data entry clerk, database administrator, data analyst, network administrator, computer programmer, software designer, software analyst, and the system administrator. To summarize this video, we learned what are the advantages of using the computer, generation of computer, what are the different types of computer systems are available, and what are the different types of programming languages are there, components of computers, and what are the computer related jobs are available in the business field. Thank you for watching this video.